Hello everyone, welcome to Friday Launchpad. I'm Arsene, and every Friday we are going to show you how to use LLMazing to solve real-world and real-work problems quickly. The idea behind, we want to help you to turn your ideas into real plans, and quite fast. Here's what we are going to do. We pick up a random business topic, then we use LLMazing to break down the project, make a plan, create presentations, and all this in just 20 minutes or less. That's, by the way, twice less than a normal business meeting. So without further ado, let's go and let's see what we are going to do today, what kind of project we are going to structure. So first we are going to start by opening, of course, we visit LLMazing.online and we go to workflows. What we are going to do next is to open the meeting mode, which practically enables us to have a text editor on the right side and to launch the different tools, the workflows on the left side. Why this is helpful? Because on the right side we are able to take our notes and elaborate on our ideas, and once we fine-tune what exactly we would like to launch and we have already some ideas, then we can launch the workflows in order to get maximum value from the LLMazing tool. So let's get started. First we are going to add a header, and once again this is our Friday Launchpad. But we don't have a topic yet, so let's go on and choose a topic. For this Friday, we don't have particular idea, but just want to tell you that if you have a concrete project that you would like next time we to elaborate on and break it down into very concrete documents, let us know in the comments. So for today, we are going to do the following. First, we are going to choose a topic, a business area, business domain. For this, I'm going to write top 10 business domains. Okay, nice. Then what we are going to do is we are going to select the text, and by selecting the text we have contextual menu. Now for this particular thing, what it does, if I click explain, it's going to elaborate on the idea of top 10 business domains automatically. But the rest of the menu is work breakdown. Generate question is actually to come up with some ideas and clever questions due on the topic that is selected. Improve wording, obviously, it's to make the text more beautiful, and summarize is once there is a long paragraph or something like this, you can summarize it in order to make it easier to read. So for this exercise now, we are going to click on explain. What this is going to do is going to give us some 10 different business activities and business domains that are, okay, finance, technology, healthcare, retail, manufacturing, real estate, and so on and so forth. So we have them, but I would like to list them. So I'm going to Control Z and then generate a list. Again, select and explain. So now we should have it in a list-like format to be easier. Okay, with bullets. Okay. Nice. So now we have 10 domains with some explanations on them. What we're going to do next is to pick up Excel with run between formula and to choose which domain we're going to work today. So here I have this Excel with run between formula and with the max threshold that with the max limit that we're going to run between. So let me write 10, and when I hit enter we are going to have the random number below. So 7. Let's see which is the domain number 7. I can convert those into numericals, and energy. Great. So we are going to work on a project within the energy domain. But what exactly? Because energy is not my specialty and I really don't know how to proceed. So let's write again top 5 trends within energy sector. Reply with list bullets, for example. And click on the explain. Great. Now we have transition to renewable energy sources, energy storage technology and advancement, digitalization and automation, electrification and transportation, energy efficient and conservation measurements. Nice. So again, let's see which random topic we are going to choose. 3. Okay, nice. So it's digitalization and automation of energy infrastructure. And this is the topic that we are going to discuss today. Nice. Now, let's elaborate a little bit because it's not very clear what it is. What we are going to do next is to take the topic and to paste it here. Let's format it as normal text. Great, and now explain. What does it mean? Okay, I'm going to add definition here and to make our notes a bit more readable. So digitalization and automation of energy infrastructure. Okay, I'm not going to read it because you can see it yourself. Great. Now, in order to be able to break it down, we have to have a concrete topic, right? So the concrete topic is, so we are going to work on digitalization and automation of energy infrastructure. Nice, but we must have some concrete project to work on. So for this one, we are going to, again, take it. And what we are going to do is to ask LLMazing, provide top 5 must-have project for an energy company on this specific domain. Great. Again, we are selecting and click on the explain. So practically you see that you can communicate with the notes like you are doing with the chat. And this is quite handy, especially during the meeting, because this makes you much more efficient during the meetings, because when it comes to a topic that is new for you or for some definitions or whatsoever, you can easily communicate with your notes, and thus you are working in quite smart way. So the top 5 must-have projects in energy company in this domain. So smart grid implementation, predictive maintenance, real-time energy monitoring, integration of renewable, and cybersecurity. Nice. Again, we are going to use the almighty Excel to decide which topic we are going to work on, and topic number 3, which is real-time energy monitoring control systems. Sounds great. So for this one, we are going to, this is going to be actually our concrete project that we are going to launch together with you today. Nice. So what we are going to do now is to define the topic. So project scope, let me format it with H2, and the project scope is going to be real-time energy monitoring. Nice. I don't know, explain with more words. Let's just put some explanation here. Okay, great. And also we need a company, because in your real world case, you're going to have a company, and the more you share with LLMazing AI, the more it's going to be helpful for you. So for this particular topic, we have to invent a company that is within the energy sector, and especially working on the digitalization and automation of energy infrastructure. So this is going to really to help us to build better project scope. So let's start. We have company within energy sector about digitalization and infrastructure. Okay, let me make it normal. And Acme company, please provide sample description, history, market share, customer base, and geography. Okay, nice. We are selecting again the text and again chatting with our notes. Okay, great. So this is the context about our company. Let's put it here. Company context. Great. Let's make it H2. Nice. Let's bold it. Control B. Bold, or click here. Super. And what is the history? Let's format it like this to be easier to read. Super. And geography. Well, we can come up with other descriptions, but I think that's enough for now. And also we will need who are the stakeholders that are going to participate in our project. Describe departments in our project. here? H1, normal, actually. The project with scope. Okay, good. So you see, it's like speaking to, we are preparing actually now for the real working with LLMazing. Okay, now we have the list with stakeholders. Great, so let's format it once again. So we have engineering, operations, finance, legal, and project management. Super, so we are good to go. We have the company context, we have the stakeholders who must participate, we have the definition, and we have the project scope. So now what we are going to do is we are going to start to work with LLMazing workflows. So the first thing is to add, from marketing department, to add the idea elaboration tool. Now there are a couple of things that you have to see here. The first one is this symbol, which is alerting us that in fact we have not provided any context to the AI tool, and the AI is going to give us practically very generic information. So in order to get the most out of LLMazing, we have to provide context just as we are speaking with a normal human, because if you speak with a normal human and you don't provide any context, practically it will not be a very rich conversation. So it's the same here. Short input in terms of text, what we would like to do, and then we can hit execute button in order to see the result. So let's start. We are going to work on this project. So this is exactly what we are going to say. Kick off project for, okay, our topic. And on top we are going to provide the company context. This is the Acme company. For now, I'm going to copy it and just paste it here. But in fact, in the future, what is going to be very useful for you is to add the context in settings. And actually, we can store this company context there, and it can be reused. It will be available here in the context menu. So instead of just copy, paste, and each time to describe things, you will be able to just select it from here, and it's going to adapt and help LLMazing to adapt to your current needs. Okay. From here, you can choose the different models that we are supporting. Let's go with OpenAI, and let's click on the execute button to see the version of this idea elaboration tool. The idea, again, is going to summarize in a nice way what exactly we would like to do. So, as you see, Acme company is poised of official commerce, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to read it. And we are opening a new project, which is great because now we have a good description on some context and the project scope in a very, 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 very high level. So what we're going to do next is to add another tool. This time from project management department, we are going to add the project manager, who is going to prepare for us the content and the scope of the project itself. So instead of filling all these details, what we are going to do is the following. First, we are going to add the project name, just to be able to have it here. Second thing, the project goals and objectives are already described in the idea elaboration tool. So what we are going to do, instead of copying the result and pasting it here we have drop-down menus where you can chain together tools. So if I click on the idea elaboration, this is the tool before, and once we click the execute button, everything that is generated by the idea elaboration tool is going to be fed into the project goals and objectives. And this is going to give a very rich context of the project manager about the project that we are going to do together. And we need the stakeholders, for which we are well prepared here. So we are going to take them, copy, go to stakeholders, paste. If you want to have some additional information here, we can paste it. And now we are good to go. I'm going to select Llama 3.1, which is one of the best currently open source models. And let's see where we stand now. Good. So after the second execution, you see that now the idea elaboration tool is, let's say, 80–90% the same, but still there are some differences. This is something that you need to understand about large language models, is that yes, they can generate great content, but it's still hard to have absolutely the same long result as the previous time. You're going to have 90% result. And this is something to know when working with LLMazing, that each time you execute, you're going to have, to big extent, the same results, but still some differences. If you like some of the versions, just hit the Save to Word button, and what it's going to do is going to download you all the result. And in this case, you don't lose anything because now you have the result that you like the most. So here is the project manager. The project manager, as you have seen, is designing a scoping document for the project that we are working on. You have the goal description of the project, you have the objectives, you have the business objectives, you have the business requirements, you have technical, functional and non-functional requirements, which is quite good. You have all the project risks and analysis, and you have the stakeholder analysis, who does what within this project. And also you have project phases, you have a timeline, which is quite useful. And now we are going to enrich it, because currently we might say it's a little bit poor. So now we want to break it down into more phases, for which we are going to add from the project management two tools. The first one is project phases, and the second one is work breakdown structure. And again, we are going to chain them together. So project phases, we are going to link to the project management to take the project scope and extract from there the project phases. And work breakdown, we are going to take the list of topics to be broken down into sub topics from the project phases. And now what we are going to have the idea of what we would like to build. We are going to have the scoping. We are going to have work breakdown structure. So this is much more detailed plan. Now remember that here we are working with some abstract timelines. We didn't specify anywhere the timelines, so that's why AI is going to assume on the timelines and is going to actually to propose you timelines. But we know that AI is not into your shoes, so you know very well what are your timelines, what are your scopes, so you are able to edit the results in order to tailor it really for your situation. What LLMazing is going to do is going to produce 80% of your work, and then for the rest of the 20%, of course, you have to fine-tune it, you have to polish it in order to suit your needs best. So we have the scoping again. This time we have the project phases. As I told you, they are extracted from the scoping, and we have the details of each phase with subtasks and some key considerations to be done. And in order to finalize this project, what we are going to do is we are going to add the presentation slide generator. I think it's quite good, because now we are able to feed the presentation slide content provide the scoping from the project manager. And now what we are going to have is something very cool. Not only we are going to have the documentation for the project, not only we are going to have the breakdown of the workload and all other aspects, but we are also going to have the presentation slides in the following way. You're going to see now. Super. Let's go to the presentation slides, and you see the first slide and the content, the second slide, and so on and so forth, until we have the full kickoff presentation for our project. So the final step is to save it as PowerPoint. Now LLMazing is currently generating the slides in a real PowerPoint presentation with empty template, which means we are going to have some placeholders and some white background. The idea behind is for you to be able to use your company, your corporate templates, and again, 80% of the work is being handled by LLMazing. And it's on the other screen, so here you can see the presentation that was generated absolutely automatically by LLMazing. Now, here you can change your template to your desired template. It's up to you which one you're going to use and how you would like to rearrange everything on the graphs. But practically you have a ready presentation that now you're able to tailor after and to further work for your specific needs of saving time. So everything is ready, more or less. We have the full project scope ready, and now you can start saving it. You can save your notes. Here I'm going to open the saved notes, not to lose them. And for the tools that you would like to save the results, you can go down and you can hit again the save button in order to be able to store them and to further use them. So practically we have generated all the wiki documentation. And here is how the word is being visualized. It's absolutely ready for you in order to be able to reuse it and to further improve it. If you find this tool helpful, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with your friends and coworkers. And join us next Friday for another Launchpad session. Until then, keep coming up with great ideas, and remember, with the right tools, you can make any idea happen. See you next week.